There is something about Sunday evening where you can't really lie to yourself anymore. You know, you can distract yourself all weekend, you can go out, you can scroll, you can go out with friends, you can keep busy through the days and the evenings, you can fill the silence. But when Sunday evening comes around and the weekend gets quiet, then you start to feel the truth about your life. And I think a lot of people know this feeling, especially on a Sunday evening. There may be a slight heaviness to the evening. There may be a feeling in your chest, the thought of, here we go again, another Monday, another week, another shift, another routine. You know, and I don't think that feeling should be ignored, essentially, because the Sunday evening heaviness is likely not to be random. It's likely to be information. It's your life quietly saying, you know, this isn't where I want to be. This isn't where I want to stay. This routine isn't working. This job is draining me. You know, I'm not using my time properly. I'm avoiding something. And I don't think that means you should panic. It doesn't mean to burn your life down. It doesn't mean to be defeated. It doesn't mean quit your job tomorrow. Definitely don't do that. You know, it doesn't mean making some reckless emotional decision because you feel uncomfortable. But it does mean that you should listen. You know, if every Sunday feels heavy, if you feel a heaviness in your chest, if you feel a sense of dread, you know, there's probably something in your life that needs attention. And one of the things I've realized is that when I'm ticking off everything on my daily task list and I'm chipping away at all my goals, those feelings are very minimal. But I am human and subject to feelings like us all. And so what I've noticed is that when everything is going smooth, let's say, then those feelings are minimal. And when you face everything head on, those feelings are minimal because you're doing everything you can in the right ways. You know, and it's partly why I'm making these videos and staying consistent. I said, when was it now? Around 20 odd days ago, I would upload every day for 30 days. And if I didn't, you know, if I skipped days here and there, maybe I would have a heavier feeling on my chest. Or I said I was going to do this, then didn't. But because I have, there is no feelings about it. You know, there is a small sense of achievement that I am sticking to my word. As I've said in other videos, keeping a promise to myself, you know. It's why I'm building something outside of work, outside of just working a job, instead of waiting for life to just magically change. You know, you don't want to be spending Sunday evening bracing yourself for another week that you don't want to do. You know, I certainly don't, and maybe you can relate to that idea. You know, maybe your week isn't even that bad. Maybe your life isn't falling apart. Maybe you're doing just fine, but deep down you probably know you are not exactly where you want to be. And this is the difficult part. You know, you can be paying your bills, but still feel like there is more to life. You can be doing what needs to be doing, taking care of responsibilities, but still know you're not really fully living how you want to live. And the Sunday evening has a magical way of exposing that, you know. And by the way, I should slip in, if these kind of messages and videos resonate with you, then please do consider subscribing. I'm uploading daily at the moment about rebuilding life from, you know, working class roots, discipline, training, creativity, mindset, self-improvement, and all these types of things. So subscribe if these things are of interest to you. But back to the point of the video. I think generally when Sunday evening comes around and people may have these feelings, most of the time they are ignored. Or just let it overwhelm them, you know, be filled with dread, have a bad night's sleep, and then start the week, which is probably not the best thing to do, because there is some sort of middle ground. You can use that feeling, take it as information, and allow Sunday evening to become a form of a reset, you know, and ask yourself the pertinent questions. What is this feeling actually trying to tell you? What's this feeling trying to tell me? Is it my job? Is it my money? Is it the relationships? Is it my health? Is it my loneliness? Is it the routine? Is it the fact I keep saying I want more, but I'm not actually doing anything to get more? And then once you've answered these questions, don't try to fix everything in one swoop action, because it ain't going to happen. Just pick one thing that brings you closer or makes your week slightly better. Plan your training, plan your food, clean your room, go to bed early. All these sort of things are going to nudge you into the right direction and keep you on the path, getting you closer to where you want to be. Whether it's making a video, working on your business, eating one healthy food every day, anything that pushes you in the right direction is always going to be worth doing, because essentially it's going to tell your brain, look, I'm listening and I'm acting on it. I'm not ignoring the signal, I'm not ignoring this information, and it's going to solidify confidence within you. Over time, these small actions will evolve into confidence, and ultimately that's how you regain power over yourself. You can't escape your life overnight, but by slowly building brick by brick, day by day, you can eliminate Sunday evening dread. And I think ultimately that's the goal. Not to live for the weekend, not to spend 5 days waiting for 2, not to numb yourself every weekend just so you can tolerate the week ahead, the Monday. The goal is to build a life where Sunday evening doesn't feel like a warning sign. It doesn't feel like the sirens are going off and a tsunami of absolute BS is about to hit you through the week. You want to be able to look at the week ahead and think, well, it might not be perfect, but it's certainly moving, and I'm certainly building, and I'm definitely not stuck forever. I'm doing something about it. So I think the overall moral of the video is, if your Sunday evenings feel heavy for you, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't hate yourself. Don't let it crush you. Don't let it defeat you. And definitely don't distract yourself from it. Just listen to it. It might be telling you the truth, and the truth often hurts. If you use that feeling properly as information, it's more likely than not going to be the thing which actually makes you change. And that's important.